Visakha Puja Day or วันพระใหญ่ The origin of Visakha Puja Day. There will be 3 parts in my presentation.
The origin of Visakha Puja Day. Back to more than 3,500 years ago, there was one religion that people believe in Deva or angel, that is Brahmanism. Afterwards, there is one person who can change the world to true happiness. That great man was the prince born on Kabilapad in Nepal. The most surprising thing happening on that day was that he took 7 steps with lotus supporting under his feet after his birth. He was a perfect prince, but he does something that the world had to record forever. That is the discovery of the truth. He is Siddhartha Gautama. He grew up in a great palace, but he thought that his life, his harem, and his entertainments in this place were not a real pleasure. Moreover, outside the palace, he saw an old man, a sick man, and dead bodies. This made him think that everyone can escape all the suffering. So, he left the palace and decided to ordain at the age 29 and look for the truth of the dissolving of suffering. In Anoma River, he tried to do everything such as mortification or suffering body and fasting or not eating food. However, after 6 years of trial and error, he thought the middle path should be the best way. He therefore firmly meditated under the pearl tree in Varanasi. Even though devils always disturbed, he was not paying attention. Finally, the devils were defeated and he enlightened. He found the 4 noble truths. For example, first, Tuk is suffering. It means suffering from physically and psychologically. Second, Samuthai is the cause of suffering. It means humans hold everything around them. They thought that family, home, friends, money, and love are the most important thing that they need. But it is very difficult to satisfy these needs. It is the reason why humans still suffer. Nirod is the end of suffering. It means suffering can be ended by letting down all these needs or passion. Mud is the path for freeing us from suffering. It means people should solve this problem and do the right things to limit suffering. After Lord Buddha enlightened, he is teaching the 4 noble truths to humankind. He taught it to people for about 45 years. Although he had many trouble and obstacles, a lot of people believe in Buddhism and become Buddhists. Last of all, Siddhartha passed away or became nirvana when he was 8 years old among monks. There were villagers and angels under Sala tree at Kusinara on the 15th day of the 6th waxing moon. After he became nirvana, it is believed that Buddhist era began 2,500 years ago. However, nowadays can be noticed that 3 events his birth, his enlightenment, and his passing away fall on the same day on the 15th day of the sixth waxing moon. It is therefore called Visakha Puja Day. That day means to worship Lord Buddha in the sixth waxing moon. After Buddha has been in Nirvana already, Buddhism has been taught in many parts of the world, including Thailand by monks, who learn about Buddha's teaching and disseminate to Buddhists. Next, we will talk about the activities that Buddhists will do in Visakha Puja Day. These are 5 main activities such as รักษาศีล ทำบุญ meditation ตักบาตร and เวียนเทียน First, Thai Buddhists will รักษาศีล รักษาศีล is keeping the 5 precepts. The 5 precepts is the major part of Buddhist practice to become more self-disciplined. Here are the 5 precepts. First, to abstain from taking life and living beings. Second, to abstain from taking what is not given or stealing. Third, to abstain from sexual misconduct. Fourth, to abstain from telling lies and any harsh speech. Fifth, to abstain from alcohol or harmful substances. Second activity is Tambun. Tambun is making merry by going to temples for special observances. The Thai Buddhists will release caged animals, especially birds and fish, because they believe that release caged animals to be freedom is giving in charity and they will get reward of good deeds. Third, practice of meditation. Meditation is walking back and forth and meditate. People will stay in temple and wearing white robes. Fourth, in the morning, Thai Buddhists will tak bāt. Tak bāt is giving alms to Buddhist monks. Monks left everything so they can live as ordinary people. Consequently, they can cook or buy some food by themselves. So, we have to give alms to monks for they can survive, to practice the Dharma and disseminate Buddhist teachings to Buddhists. The last activity is เวียนเทียน เวียนเทียน is the attending at the candlelight procession around the Buddhist sanctuary in the evening. เวียนเทียน doesn't just walk, but we have to concentrate walking by tranquil mind. เวียนเทียน we have to walk around the Buddhist sanctuary 3 times. First round, think of Buddha. Second round, think of Buddha's teaching. And finally round, think of monk.
Lesson learned. Lastly, we will say something that we learned in the origin of Visakha Puja Day. First, we learned about the life of the Buddha and the drama about the Four Noble Truths. Then, we get to know about his story of Lord Buddha and we feel faith in Buddhist religion. Finally, we hope the Buddhists and foreigners will receive knowledge of the life of the Buddha and use the Buddha's teaching in daily life.